I am with Robert Hornman, who's Vice President of Worldhotels. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Tell us a bit about Worldhotels.
Worldhotels is a group of about 500 independently owned hotels and small groups, basically trying to bring the uniqueness of the hotels across, still with the high quality of the international 4 and 5-star hotels, but just those hotels who do not want to be part of the big brands, the hotels that really want to maintain their uniqueness. So we are truly global. We have the 500 hotels are based 300 in about 300 in the EMEA region, and then about 80 in the US, and about 100 in the Asia Pacific region.
For our audience that's not familiar with EMEA.
Europe, Middle East, Africa, yes. Europe, Middle East, Africa. What we do for these hotels is essentially the sales, the marketing, their connection to all the big distribution systems. So into the internet, into the corporate systems, the global distribution systems. We are getting them onto the hotel, the airline frequent flyer programs. We are basically providing training to them, and we are doing a very important thing for them. It's actually representing them in all the markets worldwide. So we have about 30 worldwide sales offices where we are representing those hotels in places where basically the hotels cannot be on a daily basis, and they are basically having us to represent them. And then on top of that, we provide them with training, and we make sure that they are basically, we are dealing with the quality checks in the hotel to make sure that they are all at the right level of quality and comfort.
How do you do that quality check? You called it shopping. What did you call it? Shopping something?
It's a mystery shopping concept.
Mystery shopping.
Right. It's a great job actually. Basically, it's people that are checking. They're making a reservation in your hotel and they're staying in your hotel, and afterwards they go through a whole lot of criteria and they are going to judge your hotel whether they are on the right quality. And they write a report, basically benchmarking the quality of services and comfort of the hotel.
If I am a consumer in the marketing that is done, would I see Worldhotels? Would I just see the name of the hotel? What would a consumer see?
The consumer will mostly see, basically, the end consumer in particular, they will see the name of the hotel. So our hotels are basically being present under their own name. They are known under their own name in their local market. But internationally, and especially on the B2B side, the business to business, when we are selling to the corporations, when we are selling to the basically the travel management companies, travel agencies, right? Then basically that's where Worldhotels is very well known, because many of the travel agencies would not sell you as an individual hotel if you would not be part of something, which is what we are with Worldhotels, basically assuring, for instance, the quality. If you would just be a hotel on your own, you would never get into those corporate travel programs, you would never get into the frequent flyer programs.
Many corporations, governments have mandated their employees to stay at so-called green hotels. How are the 500 hotels in Worldhotels dealing with that issue, especially for requests for proposals from corporations and government?
Well, it's definitely on the corporate side, and also on the big leisure programs, it's getting more and more important. There's hardly any RFP which is not mentioning that as a criteria. And obviously all our hotels are individually owned. We do not manage them, so they have a lot of freedom in many ways. They do basically what they feel is good, and there's a lot of good initiatives. But what we have done in the criteria that we have, where we are measuring the hotels in this mystery audit, in the shopping that is taking place in the hotels once or twice a year, we have actually included 25 criteria that are our so-called green criteria, where the hotels have to basically come on the right level for these 25 criteria, which will increase their quality and their status within our group. And as such, they're much more easy to sell on these corporate RFPs, for example. Well, and again, this is not something that we do for the hotels, but for us it's very important that we can make sure with the hotels that they maintain their high quality of service. And today the most important thing is that you do not cut basically in areas that are visible for the guests, because especially as there is a trend, and it was something that was said at the conference today as well, there's a trend in having more leisure travelers and the leisure travelers, they have a very high expectation of service. And in fact, where corporate and group business might be slowing down, the leisure travel will continue to be there and might even grow in certain destinations. And basically, it's all going to be maintaining the right quality of service and trying to save cost in areas where the guest is not seeing it. But what we are trying to do is to have a lot of value-added packages to basically, when people go, to make sure that they get the best value. So we have, for instance, packages in place where you actually get for where you would normally pay for a suite maybe, we would say, okay, well, if you stay 2 nights with us at a normal category of superior deluxe room, if you buy this package, we give you an upgrade to a suite, and we call it an all-suite package. Similar deals like this we have in different areas of the world. We have with many of the airline partners, we have programs in place where we say, okay, if you are traveling with Lufthansa and basically you show your card at our hotels, we upgrade you to the next better room category, or we provide you with a free breakfast. All those kind of things we try to have in place.